Ding dong motherfucker. I'm back. Hello, my name is NovaCola6, also known to you faggots as Marshall Tito as my profile says, or simply, by my first name, Tyler, and today I'm just making a filler video for all of you today. Well now, it's great to be back, however I'm stonewalled as to what I should talk about. HMMMMM. Oh, I got it. I'll talk about my Steakonia character, which is just some fun shit that I do because I am so fucking bored and also because I'm in the mood for some shits and giggles at the moment, and also because the fuckers at Old School Swellness as well as others in the Steakonia community have their own personal characters, the likes of Timmy T333, whose character is a badass, though he is unfortunately confined to a wheelchair, and as a result he is sometimes limited in his abilities. RC Shane, whose character is essentially a lazy fucking welfare rat who also happens to be a pedophile. Luis Perez, who is a mentally deranged Mexican with multiple personality disorder, and other cool people in the community that I'm too fucking lazy to list at the moment. Let's get started. First and foremost, as you can see by the picture shown, I am essentially a Slenderman, only I am actually just a human who was injected with Slenderman's DNA when I was only a newborn. Let me describe it to you. You see, my parents are normal humans, however, the loving and caring US government decided to perform yet again another fucking scientific experiment, for God knows whatever reason, and government agents soon found Slenderman stalking little children and paid him $20 to cooperate with them and help with the experiment. So they took Slenderman's DNA, and it just so happens that even though I wasn't born, yet I was going to be the fucking guinea pig in the experiment, because the government is probably fucking evil. And when I was born, the nurse took me into an operating room and injected the DNA into my arm, and later on in my life I started to feel the effects of Slenderman's DNA mixed with my own. Here is one experience. You see, while I usually take my natural human form with all my facial features, including a very sexy mustache, I also have the ability to morph into my Slenderman form. One time though, I was walking through the woods with my friends, when all of a sudden, Slenderman came out of nowhere and my friends all dropped to the ground. He had not killed them though, he just simply knocked them out and they later experienced slender sickness. But anyway, it was just me and the Slenderman and he tried to knock me out, but I immediately morphed into my Slenderman form. But when Slenderman realized that I was the one that had been given his DNA many years ago, he immediately backed off and he actually gave me $20 as some sort of an apology. One thing I like to do is search through the deep web and look for child pornography sites and try and lure pedophiles into my trap, and when I have tracked down said pedophile, I go to their house in my Slenderman form and teleport these baby fuckers to wherever Slenderman is, where I assume he rapes said pedophiles with his tentacles. Yes, I know that Slenderman himself stalks children, but then again, his victims usually seem to be little girls, teenagers, and other people of many ages, regardless of their gender or sexual orientation. Another thing I like to do is to do the same thing as my comrade Slenderman, and that is stalking people and being a total creeper, lol. Anyway though, I like to go to parties, and then I morph into my Slenderman form, and then I just stand around until either the party is over, or when somebody notices me, and if it's a guy, I just do whatever my good friend Slenderman does and knock the guy out, and he just falls to the ground and nobody seems to do anything about it, since so many people at these parties are fucking hammered beyond belief. But if it is a good-looking woman, I simply continue to remain stationary, but then they usually tell me about how very sexy and mysterious I am. We usually just end up having super swell butt sex right in the middle of the party, and whenever I do this I usually like to use both my tentacles and not to mention my penis, and nobody seems to notice, let alone care, since they're either too fucking hammered to notice what is even going on, or they themselves are having sex while hammered, so technically wouldn't that be an orgy? Lol. Well my friends, I am finally back in the community, and I anticipate that 2013 will be a great year for everybody in the Steakonia community. Oh, and a message to anybody who has managed to view this video up to this point. I commend your patience, but also, this is all just for humor. Seriously people, I'm here to make you laugh, and I'm sorry to anybody in the community who may have noticed that I used some of their lines in this video, but I must say that I love your videos. Goodbye, for now my sexies. Oh, and give me $20 fucking dollars.